Hello everybody, the Lord Root here, and welcome back to Rosewood Drifts, where we began working on our intercity train network, and I've really got two goals for today. The first of which being that I don't really like the way this interchange for the train happened, so I'm going to just do a couple of things to improve it since it's not live yet. And I think what we really need to do is we need to run these guys underground. I think that's going to be the proper solution for this. And then we're also going to try to get up to 15k in terms of everything else. So we are going to, I guess, work with this and sort of figure out what we want to do, clean it up a little bit. And the idea here is going to be as follows. First of all, I actually want to take advantage of the fact that we have room for offices down here. And we are going to take advantage of that. Give these guys a place to work. And then up here, if I move this guy around, we will just do that here for now. And I'm thinking we're going to want two lines. We're going to want a parallel line. Oh, and I guess while I'm at, there's one other thing I have to do. For some reason, this never got upgraded. So we will continue developing. But the way this is going to work is we are going to have really two lines in parallel. This is going to come down like that. I'm going to use this to turn around. So let's begin with this segment here. And we're just going to begin by running it underground. Well, you know, a little like that. That's a little bit too... And this is like a really tall bridge. So maybe we even start from here. I think that would be good. This is going to come down here, and we are going to have the other end maybe come up here. Let me just make sure that we're where we want to be. I think this will get us more or less where we want to go. And of course this is all sorts of janky. So we'll have to be just a little bit on the careful side here. But we'll go under. And then we should be able to come back up here. Although that having been said, doesn't like that too much. So we'll just do our best to sort of line up with the node here. And we'll begin our process of moving back up over that bridge. And that part is satisfactorily connected. Now, as for this, we have a few things that we're going to need to do. Really just in order to ensure that we are connected in the way that we want to be connected. So the idea is that the train is probably going to want to, turn around in this area here. We're going to want to clear the bridge. And then we're going to want to come down over here. And that's us connected. So we now have a way better interconnect. It could be possible to go even further. So let's try that. Let's see what we can do to maybe dip under. Whoa. Okay, yeah, that is not quite what I wanted. Is what I'm trying to do right now. Is I'm trying to sort of weave an entrance here, and the idea is that the other train will go underneath so that the train becomes kind of a very expensive subway. Okay, well, very good. This will allow us to see many things here. So now that's corrected, and let's see if we managed to improve anything. I think we did. We'll just go through real quick. We have plenty of commercial demand, so... Oh, well, it had to happen. Which I guess reminds me we do kind of need the pumping station. Which I'm going to put up here, I think. And we'll need to connect that. The other thing we're probably going to need to start doing pretty soon are the heated pipes. But having those pumping stations will help. Thankfully that tsunami is not very problematic. We'll just get development going over here to increase density. Probably another thing we're going to want to do in order to increase the density is get some, use this little area over here. I'll probably expand it out just a little bit. Okay. So we had this over here. And there is a reason why we're having to do it this way. Now this will come up over here like that and go up to the north, and we'll just probably tunnel under that bit there because we don't really need it. We might put a train station up here eventually with bus service. But in order for us to then be able to handle this, and you'll see why I'm splitting it off like that here in a bit. The idea is going to be that we're going to split off like that. And yes, I'm aware of it. There's nothing we can do. Tsunamis in particular are very annoying. Okay, that's a little better. So we'll come through. We will probably, the way I want to handle this here, is something kind of like this, to where we'll run these parallel. And then the idea is this guy is going to run underground. And it will be somewhat on the slow side. So maybe what we do is we run the tunnel underneath the station. I think that that would be a very good idea. And then I'm gonna try something. We've got... Well, of course, we can't do that underground. That is a bit of a pain. We'll use, I guess, the freeform track. Like that to sort of get that connection going. And there we go. So we'll leave that for now. We are losing just a little bit of stuff just due to the fact that the tsunami's wreaking havoc on everything. You know, that's a thing that we're going to have to keep in mind. And since we're expanding, I think it would be good for us to simply go ahead and begin planning out the rest of this. So we could theoretically, let's see, we've got something like that. I really want to get a tunnel under. Because I like the way that it looks. If we can. And we've got that connection there. But we really can't do much more. So we'll fast forward a bit. And the other thing I was sort of mentioning here is that we could probably take one of these guys here. And what is it that it's complaining about that it doesn't like? Really nothing. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of duplicate these slums. I think we can get away with having more. Let's see, how are we doing with respect to the tsunami? A lot better. That seems to have largely cleared itself up. We still have issues with workers. And in this case, we'll probably tunnel under in order to get under here. Either way, the goals remain the same. Go grab our gravel roads. And it occurs to me that we're going to need a cemetery. Especially since I don't think these people are going to live too long, to be honest. And let's see, do we got... Okay, I'm gonna slightly change this here. We might even make like a little central park for them to enjoy. Although, honestly, I don't know if that much is necessary. I think that it'll probably be fine. However, we are going to want some additional services, and I think that definitely for sure cemetery is going to be one of them. Because we are going to start getting dead people. So I am going to time warp a little bit. Try and maybe... Well, I guess before we do that, we do have a couple of things that we need to do. So if you take a look at this, we've actually got a lot of things that we can do, and we got plenty of money with which to do it. So we will come over here to the theme park stuff. And we've got a few big-ish rides. We got this roller coaster, we got maybe something like that there. Is that everything? Not quite, and we need 2,000. We do happen to have a pretty good spot for one of these, I think. We got, other than that, there are assets, because we need to get this up really high. So I'm going to start pulling assets from the park. And these guys here are worth 150. And I think I'm just sort of cram it down. We got our climbing frame here. And we've hit our entertainment, so yeah, I guess anything else, this has pretty much everything we need to level up. So yeah, I'm going to, I guess, time warp, and we will see you on the other side. And our farm upgraded. We will, I guess, spend some time working with that. We got some unique factories. Which we can definitely take advantage of. Ooh. Yeah, I'm just going to real quickly fill this in. I put in a high school because I think some of the students will want to go there. If we go take a look at our education, we do have pretty high capacity. But we definitely need people to, I guess, come in and do their thing. Land values will also raise just a little bit. But so far we're pretty good. If we can coax a few more people to move in, I'm not entirely sure what's going on there, but that would be good. We want to keep those numbers coming up if we can manage it. And then down here, there are in fact a lot of things we can do, so let's go take a look at our industries real quick. Let's see what we got. Now we've got, for instance, the slaughterhouse. Oh, of course. That's not entirely what I wanted. Because that has created a tsunami. I mean, I guess at least we don't have to fill that in. But we'll have to deal with the fallout of that. And you can see how deep the riverbed actually is. So yeah, we're gonna get flooding. At least minor flooding. Really nothing we can do about that. Except sort of hope that the water will eventually recede. And our industrial demand has gone back up. I don't really want to do too much with the industrial, however, until I guess until we figure out what we're gonna do here. So we'll just wait for that to level out. And I think the next thing because now we're at a level 5, we'll put in a slaughterhouse. And let's see how this is going. Right now we're doing quite well. And we're just going to want to create as many jobs, really, as we can get away with. I don't I don't know particularly. I mean, we can put in, more. Ooh, we hit our limit. Very good. That is exactly what I wanted to have happen. So yeah, I guess what we'll do for now, we'll just run over here until we figure out what it is that we want to do. We will have many jobs available. We'll be making a ton more profit. And because we've got this thing now, which is really what I've been waiting for, we're able to take our metro line and just run it down here. And now this is going to be the primary thing that I'm going to work on, because we're going to have a hub here. It's not the bus center city hub. It's a train metro hub. Which, unfortunately the noise is a bit much. But we can handle that. So, yeah. So far, that's actually turning out to be quite good. We can have industry area down here. And then we will allow inner city stuff to connect up into here. And then we've got a little trick we need to take care of. The way this is going to work is that we'll have our outside connection here, where we get at least some train traffic. I think that maybe part of this is the grade. which I think means we're going to need to level out the land just a little bit. But the plan, because that's what, that is a train. I don't understand the complaint here. Why is that a problem? Oh, that's expensive. That is very annoying. Let's see if there's any way at all that we can get this connected. If we can use our connection mode here. Wow. Okay. Okay, I think I know what it is. I think this track is directional. Which I have to say is really annoying. Because what it means at least what I think it means is that because no, I don't want to connect there. I want to connect. Okay, that's a little bit more reasonable. I mean, it's not the most reasonable thing, but it is more reasonable. Which I think unfortunately means that now we're gonna have to go through the process here. Well, let's see, we got like this. Maybe centering this. Okay, game, what's up with that? Yeah, I mean, we will definitely have to do some moving around here, but I think it's just a matter of there not being enough room. I think that's all it is. And if that's the case, I think we can maybe handle that a little bit easier. So let's see maybe if we can bridge over here. Using our little connecting tool. I don't know why it's being like this. But we should at least be able to get out now. Okay, and I know why it is that we can't get out here. So that's going to be our connection to the region. And then we're going to want something very similar here. To connect. Because this is the issue. I know that it ought to be possible for us to get down here. If we want to connect, which we're going to have to find a way to do. But we want to connect down here. then that will at least work. Now the question is, because we've got that little bridge piece there, the question's going to be, is it going to be possible for us to do what we want to do here? And I think maybe what we ought to do. It would be interesting to shift this over. Come on, give me my instructions back. I mean, definitely, one thing that I think I would like to do is to can we do that? Wow, that's janky. That's extremely janky. We'll put in those new buildings here in a bit. I want to do something different here. But you know, this makes me wonder, is it going to be possible? What are we occupied by anyway? I don't even know what that is. Could be better. It could be better, but actually could be much worse, if I'm completely honest. Okay, can we at least... What happens if we come down here? I know there's a way. It's either through node control or this. Set slope. That is a 15% grade. Not exactly what we want. Okay, I think that'll be much better. And we can adjust the slopes on this. And do some other things as well. So, first of all, let's get this power. We've got plenty of industry. And I just want to handle that, you know, because industry's kind of a big deal. Um, you know what, while we're here, let's repair that. Just because, um, honestly, it would be nice to have this for next time. Wait, which one of these is broken? Okay, I think that part's fixed. We should now have this. And we've run into an issue with water and sewage, so how much do we get from this? 1600? It's going to create a little noise wherever it is we put it, so why don't we just put it down here? And we'll put down another inland treatment facility. Oh, and one thing I guess I should really be checking too. I never adjusted my taxes. Which means we should be bringing in a ton of money now. Okay, last thing I think I want to do is just sort of adjust. We're going to come through the water here. And it's going to be slightly on the noisy side. And then we're really going to have to be careful here because we're going to break power lines. But on top of that, we've got another issue. Which is going to be something along the following. So we got our little bypass here. And maybe we can do something with that. I don't know, we'll have to see. Let me just figure out exactly how we're going to connect this, because that's going to be a a big thing for us to deal with here. I do kind of. Because we make a couple of assumptions here. And the first is that we can take that bypass. And that's purely based on the directionality. So, you know, we should start seeing trains coming in, passenger trains specifically. Even though, whoa, what's that? It's a freight train. That is also a freight train. Is there a way we can take these if we adjust the slope here? Wow. Okay, it would seem not. That is still, yikes territory. That is still very yikes. You know what? Instead of dealing with that, what I think we can do instead is this. We have a tunnel. We make a tunnel. Why don't we... when we come up here, you know, like that. That is going to be much better. Tunneling is very expensive, but it seems to be the only way to really get the trains to do what we want them to, if I'm completely honest. And there we go. You know, I'm gonna say that's probably perfectly fine. The only thing we really want to do otherwise is, and we'll probably do this next time because we have... Wait. Where is the metro line? Combined stop for trains or metro. understand. Oh. Okay. I think I see what's going on. One of these is a train. One of them is a metro line. I think that's what's going on. So we'll delete that stop there. Hopefully we will begin to see more trains come in. But I think that'll be pretty much it for today. This has been Thy Lord of Root, and I shall see you next time.